Welcome to the Champion Within podcast, your go-to spot for unlocking a winning mindset. Whether you're an athlete chasing greatness, a parent cheering from the sidelines, a coach leading the charge, or an educator shaping young minds, this pod party is for you. Hey, if we haven't met before, I'm Kate McCauley, your pod party host, former educator turned mindset mentor. I get to meet people where they are and get them to where they want to go. Expect awesome guest conversations with athletes, some solo chats to level up, and always leave this pod party with quick, powerful strategies to help you and your crew push past limits, embrace challenges, and crush goals both on and off the field. Let's tap into the champion within, because greatness is just a mindset away. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today on the Champion Within. This is Kate McCauley. You made a really good decision when you popped those earbuds in. Today, at the end of the episode, I'm going to share a quick guided self-talk exercise that I want you to steal and use whenever you need it. Before we get there, yesterday morning, I'm making pancakes. I will admit I slept in. My hair was up in a hot mess express bun. Still had a little bit of mascara underneath my eyes. I did wash my face the night before, but that happens sometimes. And I don't know, that black mascara just hangs out for a while. Anyway, I get a text message and it says, Kate, in caps with all these exclamation points from one of the most wonderful coaches who I absolutely adore. She is a head coach of a cheerleading team that I have done a couple workshops for. And then nothing. I thought, did she accidentally send my name to someone else when they said, who's that woman who does workshops for you? So I wrote back, Angela, and all the exclamation points. Good morning. What's up, girl? And then she wrote back to me telling me that her team had a long day of choreography. They needed some mindset love. Any chance I was around middle of the day during their lunch break to give them a pep talk or something, because she wanted them to have a little reset in the middle of the day. Luckily, I had time available. I was able to squeeze this in. I had 3 things planned: pancakes, suit for the oldest for that scholarship dinner we're headed to on Friday night, and the evening run with Healthy Kids Running. So this was doable. However, I looked at the clock and realized I am not going to have time to get myself looking good for a virtual talk and figure out how I'm going to do a guided meditation, set up a Zoom, make a little pep talk for the cheer team and, customize it so it can be special for these girls. And I absolutely love them and I wanted to create it for them. That's the amazing thing about what I do. Because I'm an educator, I really do like to create each program uniquely for every client. Yes, I do visualization every single time I'm in a workshop. They are never the same because I'm never with the same group of athletes or students or teachers. Just like when I was a teacher, I would teach the same content maybe 3 times in one day, but it was different because I had different students sitting in front of me. I had to create all of this, and I knew I wasn't really going to be able to get camera ready, so to speak, which I would normally do for a virtual event. I get the Zoom link ready. I send it over to her, explain they need to get the app, jump on their phones, spread out so they can all have an individual as well as a team experience for this quick pep talk, reset, guided visualization, all in about 15 minutes in the middle of their day. I had to give them some love and get them to their lunch break so they could get back to their afternoon. I was also still making pancakes for everybody here because I had promised that the night before and I needed to get a quick shower, get ready. So when I get on the Zoom, I said to the ladies who joined me, I believe there was about 50 of us all on this Zoom call. I said, just so you know, I love you and I would not do this for everyone. However, hoops fix everything. I remembered that first phone call I had with Coach Angela. She was telling me about how she needed to do something for her team. It was last spring. She knew she needed to do something over the summer to make sure that her team was ready for this fall season, this whole year of cheerleading. When she said to me, it's not all about looking pretty as a cheerleader and hitting, the stunts and different things. Of course, it's about those physical things and looking good at the competition, but I want them to be better humans when they leave me. I remembered that as I was saying, don't be telling people what I look like on the camera here, and hoops fix everything. And then I just let that go. Of course, you want to look good and presentable, but it doesn't really matter what you're wearing or what you look like if your hair is kind of a mess. Because if you have information to give someone, that is the most important thing. And it would be selfish of you to hold back your greatness and not go all in if you're worried your hair is a little off or maybe your makeup doesn't look 100%. I let that go and we had an amazing session together. We talked about how champions are not made on the days when things are perfect. They're actually made on days when you're tired, when you're feeling like you're being pushed to your limit. That's when you're in that zone of becoming a champion, tapping into that inner champion. When you're getting feedback that maybe stings a little bit, you're feeling challenged, maybe even feel like this is a little too much. That's when a champion is made. And realizing that feedback is not a stop sign. Failure is not a stop sign. This is just steps to getting better. It is actually the time for you to say, this is research. It's a gift. I need to unwrap it, see what I can do with this. I reminded them, look around. You have teammates that believe in you. You have coaches that are pushing you because they too believe in your potential. I also reminded them that the best athletes know you don't have to be best friends with everyone on your team. You do, however, have to work together as a team. When you're practicing, when you're performing, you have to show up as a team and you have to let go of that drama and that nonsense. You don't have to hang out outside of the games, practice. You need to let go of those things. You don't have to be besties and get the charms. But when you're on that court together, when you're performing the cheer routine, when you're playing basketball, when you're on that field hockey field, when you're on the volleyball court, the best athletes are the ones who can let go of that and show up to perform, to win, to execute the play, to go on to do what they need to do in their sport. Not worry about what this girl's saying, what that girl's saying. Does she like me? Do I like her? We talked about all of those things. I gave them a story that I'm going to give you too. It's about turning the lights on. When you enter a room, if there's no lights on, it's completely pitch black. Instinctively, you are going to look for the light switches or the light that you can turn on. You are going to be looking around for it. If there's people in there, you may be saying, where are the lights? Where are the lights? We need to get the lights on. And you are going to find the lights. You're not just going to stand there and say, is there anyone here who can get the lights on for me? You're not going to do that. You're going to look for the lights. You're going to find them and you're going to turn them on. Same thing goes in this athletic situation or whoever's listening to this right now, my teachers, coaches, parents, at your job, in life. I have clients who are dealing with breakups, heartbreak, school, all those different things. Turn the lights on for yourself. What do you need to do? And once you turn that light on for yourself, then you can show up for other people and be that light for them and help them out. But until you do that for yourself, I explained to them, you can't do that for anyone else. Then I also led them through this shaking routine where we just kind of shook off the morning and shook off the mistake. I explained how animals do this. If you've ever seen a dog shake off after they're wet from a bath, or when I was young, my babysitter took us horseback riding. Her daughter was a competitive horseback rider. So my brothers and I got the benefits of that. And we would go to the stables and ride a couple times each week, actually. I didn't even know at the time how amazing that was for us. But the horses would turn their heads from side to side, shaking off any dust or if there was a fly. Many animals do this. It's instinctive. They're doing this to get rid of things. Sometimes they do it because they feel anxious. There's lots of reasons animals do that, but for that reason, to shake some things off, we just did a quick shaking exercise. Shaking out, your head, just shaking a little bit, shaking your arms, your legs. And some of them shook their whole body, jump around, shake it out. And I was joking saying, if you're a Swiftie, you can, shake it off. And if you want to have that song floating through your head, you can. Really, these are just little things that you can do, and you have to teach a team. You have to teach your students how to do these things, how to receive feedback, what to do when you make a mistake, how to shake it off, literally, what to do in your body. And you often will hear me say, if you've worked with me or you hear this podcast or you're following Instagram, when the body moves, the brain grooves. And it is true. Whenever you can move, whether it's taking a walk, shaking it off, moving when you're doing visualization, there's a myth out there that you have to lay completely still. You don't have to do that. I do visualizations laying in my bed each morning, and I just kind of wake my body up moving around. I do visualizations in the shower. I'm moving around. I'm getting a shower. You don't have to be laying completely still. You do have to have someone guide you through and teach how to do visualizations correctly to get the best benefits from it. So I just wanted to share that with you for a couple reasons. I think it is really important for you to remember that you need to teach these things to people. You need to learn these things for yourself. Do not assume that people know how to take feedback. Do not assume that people understand that mistakes are stepping stones to greatness, that failure is research. Do not assume that an athlete can move past the drama and show up as a teammate. Do not assume that an athlete, a coach, a teacher understands that that inner champion is created when you're tired, when you're being pushed to your limits, when it's not a perfect day. It sounds good, and we read those quotes in different places, but unless you are taught how to do this, you don't know how to do it. Hey there, before we dive back into the pod party, how about we sneak out for a quick break? Feeling the weight of the daily grind? Our workshops and staff development programs are your backstage pass to success. We're here to arm you and your leadership squad with the tools to ace those goals, tame stress, and foster a winning culture. Forget the boring seminars. Our workshops are all about real connections and real results. Whether it's virtual or in person, we're here to elevate your success. After the show, visit shop.danunow.com to learn more and set up a free call to chat. We tailor our programs to fit your needs and goals. Let's get back to the show. Grab your virtual goodie bags so you can fill them up with all of the mindset magic. Let me give you that quick guided self-talk exercise that I wanted to share with you, because I like to give things to you every once in a while that you can use whenever you need it. I'm going to walk you through it, and you can come back to this, pause it, use it as needed. Think of a situation where maybe some self-doubt is creeping in, limiting beliefs. Maybe you're an athlete, maybe you're a coach, maybe you're a parent or a teacher. I want you to just think of a time where something is holding you back. I had someone reach out to me for their daughter and did an on-demand session. She was dealing with a breakup situation, and she needed to remember that she deserves to be treated with love and respect. And we had an amazing walk and talk. Think about what's going on for you. Here's the steps. The first one, you're going to pause and breathe. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it out slowly. Relax your shoulders. And now I want you to identify the thought. Notice the first negative thought that pops into your mind. It might sound like something like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. Now I want you to flip the script. Ask yourself, what would my best self say right now? And change that thought into a powerful affirmation. Instead of, I can't do this, say, I am capable, I am resilient, I am ready. Instead of, I am not good enough, say, I am constantly growing, learning, and improving. Say it out loud. Repeat your new affirmation 3 times with intention and confidence. Feel the energy shift in your body. Now, let's take it a little deeper. I want you to anchor it. Visualize a moment where you embody this new belief. Maybe it's you standing strong before a challenge or feeling accomplished after a win. Visualize yourself and anchor it there. Now carry it forward. Anytime you catch that negative thought creeping back in, come back to this script Your voice has the power to rewrite your reality. This quick exercise can help you reframe negative thoughts and will empower you to step into every moment with confidence. Use it daily and watch your inner champion take the lead. I am rooting for you always. Go out there and crush your goals. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Whether you are going to coach, teach, cheer from the stands, or hit the field yourself, remember, mindset is everything. Don't forget to follow the show because we all need a little extra motivation, humor, and some sanity in our busy lives. Go unleash that champion within you, one step at a time. I'm rooting for you always.